headlines today. Fear grips Zaria residents over a second abduction in 72 hours. Tension in BUK over student's death. Israel's new era after Netanyahu. I'm Aisha Salihu, and here is Trust TV News Update. Residents of Zaria in Kaduna State are gripped by fear following kidnap of another 12 persons less than 72 hours after kidnap of 2 lecturers and 10 students of Nuhu Bamalli Polytechnic. Gunmen on Sunday morning have abducted 12 people at Kofargayan area of the ancient city. Police Public Relations Officer Mohammed Jalingo confirmed the abduction but did not give further information except that the police are working to ensure the release of the victims. Trust TV's Fatima Ladan is in Zaria and she gives us an update via phone call. It's barely 72 hours since the last abduction that took place in an institution in Zaria, Bamalli Polytechnic, and now we have reports that another round of kidnapping has taken place still in the same city of Zaria at the Kofargayan area of the city. Can you give us the situation update?
Actually, on my arrival at New Kofargayan, there are no signs of security operatives. People, residents of the area have started fleeing. They decried the poor nature of security. They had to resort to vigilantes, local vigilantes, so that they will be parading the area at night. But what they told me there is that one of the victims that got away, which I interviewed on my arrival, he said that fateful day that the bandits came, the local vigilante were not on duty, or he doesn't know why they didn't come. So he was sleeping. He just saw them fully armed. They were sophisticated arms, and their ages are around 20 to 30 at most, with fully sophisticated arms with them. Right now, I asked him if they actually know the numbers of people they have taken away. He said there are 9, but really not sure of how many people they have taken away. But the situation is calm in the area, or people are really afraid because many residents are leaving their houses to another area they felt is going to be more safer for them, because the area is a new area and they decried the poor security situation in the area.
Okay, Fatima Ladan, you've been able to talk to one of the victims that went through this ordeal. And then you did mention that about 9 persons have been kidnapped. Okay, now, have you been able to reach out to any security operative? What are they doing about the situation?
Like I said earlier, the security operatives and the authorities have condemned that. But on my arrival, there are no presence of any security operative in the area. It's only people going around the area looking very worried, and based on what happened. And there were many people there coming to condole the families. I've went to 3 houses the bandits went into. They took away one of in a house. They took like 6 people. That was what they told me. In a single house, they took 6 people. But there are no presence of security operatives when I reached the area, and even asked them, did they see any security operatives when it happened? They said there are no presence of any security operatives. There are only local vigilantes, like I said earlier, which they usually guard the area at night. But even at that, when the attack happened, security operatives did not come to the area or come to their area.
Oh, it's a sad one right there if there are no security operatives to handle the situation at the moment. But then have you been able to talk to local authorities? Because it happened in Zaria City. Have you been able to talk to maybe a local government chairman or someone at the helms of affairs to give you an update on what is really happening in that particular part of Kaduna State?
Actually, earlier when they were on Nuhu Bamalli, I talked to the public relations officer from Nuhu Bamalli to Sabar Ofargayan. I think it's about 6 kilometers away. my suburb of Argayan, at the gate of Bamalli, I can see the presence of security operatives fully armed. But on reaching to the area, no presence of security operatives there. I've also happened to gather that the band earlier this morning, and they are asking for the 60 million for the release of the people they are holding captive for now.
Okay, and then I asked you a question earlier if you've been able to talk to any authority, say the local government chairman or anybody at the helms of affairs, especially now that the bandits have made their demands. They're asking for 60 million to release the persons they have kidnapped. Have you been able to confirm that?
Actually, I've made the attempt to hear from the local authorities, but to no avail. They are not ready to answer. They will say their response is call you back when they have gathered some information. They are really working on it to ascertain the casualties and working on the way out.
This correspondent in Kaduna State giving us an update on the Zaria abduction. In another development, the management of Bayero University, Kano, says a 200-level student in the Department of Accounting, Kamaldeen Mashood, died after being hit by a moving vehicle, warning against any form of protest. The Secretary with the Information Unit of the University, Malam Lemaren Garba, said in a statement that the sad incident occurred at the National Orthopedic Hospital, Dala, Kano, following injuries he sustained as a result of a road traffic accident. Trust TV's correspondent Abdulaziz Ibrahim did a follow-up on the event and has more details.
This trunk, a highway that passes by the side of Bayero University, Kano, has come under the spotlight over the past few days. On Saturday, the university community learned that an unfortunate road accident has led to the death of a 200-level accounting student, Kamaluddin Mashood.
It was on Tuesday, 1st of June, 2021, we were called that unfortunately an incident has happened outside the school gate that is on the main road. That a student of Bayero University, Kano, while crossing the road, had gotten hit by a car. We quickly called the management to inform them, and they quickly sent an ambulance to get him, and then he was brought back to the clinic of Bayero University, Kano, after which they referred him to Dala Orthopedic Hospital.
Some boys were hit during Salah. A girl was also hit by a car and she broke her leg. Students also use the road and cars usually speed excessively. The university management has said that efforts have been made to ensure the safety of students and other road users at this highway.
Garba, Secretary with the Information Unit of the University, to give more insight on the issue. Thank you so much for joining us, Malam Labaran. We learned that Kamaldeen Mashood, a 200-level student of Accounting Department of Bayero University, Kano, who was hit by a car on Tuesday, passed over the weekend. What is the situation in the school as of the moment?
Well, the situation is calm and quiet. There is no cause for alarm because the students have realized that the victim died as a result of a car accident. And they also understand what the university, the commission of the university management, so as saving the life of the student. Because immediately after the accident, officials of the main university, from the student affairs, from the health services, were mobilized to take full action, and they have taken him to the hospital where he was given all the necessary medication. So the students were calm, they are quiet, nothing, there is no cause for alarm.
Moving forward, do you think the management of the university has learned its lesson and then would hasten the construction of pedestrian bridge just so to avert this incident occurring in the nearest future?
Yeah, you see, the university is known because of the last week incident that they wanted to construct the overhead bridge. But right from, it has been long, pursuing the officials of the federal government to construct the overhead or pedestrian bridge, because the road is a truncated road. It's a federal highway. So there is no way the university can come and do anything without the Federal Ministry of Works. And since early last this year, they have submitted a kind of memo to the Federal Ministry of Works in order to ensure that the government construct the pedestrian bridge so that to save the situation. And with this development still, the university will pursue it again and see that the project has been constructed.
How soon is the university going to pursue the pedestrian bridge project with the Federal Ministry of Works, just so we can avert the occurrence of this situation in the nearest future?
You see, inshallah, by very soon, already the Vice Chancellor has visited the Ministry of Works several times, and they will continue to pursue the issue. And it's so that it's a capital project. So even the ministry is not something that they can do it today or tomorrow. It has to follow a process. And the university has to understand this, and they are trying to pursue them to do it immediately. So I'm very much sure the university management will try its best to see that this pedestrian bridge is being constructed within no time.
Are you confirming to me that there is calm within the school campus and students are not planning to protest?
Yes, nothing happened. In fact, lectures have been going on, activities were going on smoothly. No, nothing. It is just that you see sometimes the university has to issue that statement in order not to allow some disgruntled people to provoke the students. Because sometimes it's not easy to lose somebody that you have been together with him today, and suddenly, just of a sudden, they said he died. So, the mentality of people. They may think that the university didn't take action. But when they discover that the university has taken more than what all the necessary action to save the boy, so they said there is no need for anything. In fact, no anything. The university is very calm, quiet. If you visited the university yesterday or today, you may not notice that somebody died. But because the students understand that, no, it is not deliberate. It is not something that somebody hit the boy and then run away. I didn't mean to say it is a hit and run. That one will be a different thing. But immediately, the university management take all the necessary action, including arresting or apprehending the driver and handed him over to the authorities. So you see that based on that, the university is very calm. The students are going about their normal businesses. Nothing. Everything is peaceful. Everywhere is calm and quiet.
One last question, Malam Labaran. How are the parents of the deceased students taking the news?
Yes, the death didn't occur the very moment the accident occurred.
Okay.
So the accident took place on Tuesday, 8th of June.
Yes.
And then the boy died on Saturday, 12th of June. And then between 8 and 12, certainly you know that the university immediately contacted the parents of the students.
Okay.
And they are very much aware. That is why the university did not even release the statement of the death until everything is put in order between the university and the parent of the student. So they are very much aware. It's not something hidden. He has been in the hospital for almost a week before the death.
Thank you so much, Malam Labaran Garba. He is with the Information Unit of the Bayero University of Kano. The National Hajj Commission of Nigeria, NAHCON, has confirmed that the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia cancelled Hajj for international pilgrims for the 2021 season due to fear of COVID-19 for the second time in a row. Chairman and Chief Executive Officer of NAHCON, Zikrullah Hassan, made this known in a statement issued by Fatima Usara, Head Public Affairs of the Commission in Abuja. Mr. Hassan said NAHCON respected the decision of Saudi Arabia in this regard, no matter how painful that decision might be to the Commission and intending pilgrims worldwide. The chairman assured the stakeholders of NACON's open door policy and cooperation, adding that consultations would be held with all Hajj managers on the way forward in the nearest future. You're still watching Trust TV News Update. More news coming your way. Stay with us.
My name is Samuel Dada.
Yakubu Isa, ana malakabi da jeje.
Aminu Musa.
Stephen Umaru. A wannan harkar ce muke dan samun abinci, an muka taimaka ma wasu da yawa.
Looking for private jobs. Sometimes you get employed and at the process of payment, you undergo some kind of stress.
Welcome back. Democracy in Nigeria has been greeted with a lot of mixed feelings due to the inability of the ruling class to sustain the tenets. Most Nigerians see democracy from a different perspective since its definition does not play out as expected. Tracking the development of democracy in Nigeria and how long it has stayed, more is still expected. On the June 12 Democracy Day celebration, some Nigerians took to the street to protest against the system of government.
We don't want anybody to rule us.
Democracy Day in all its glory was celebrated amidst a lot of seemingly unsurmountable challenges. Rather than come out to celebrate a milestone, Nigerians came out en masse to protest against what they called an autocratic leadership.
Well, in my opinion, it's a common sense that even a blind man, a deaf man can feel the impacts, the harshness or the hardship of the present government.
Yes, it's good. Protest is our opinion. Normally in the advanced country, nobody can stop you not to protest. It's only in this country when you want to protest, they will block you. And normally in advanced country, go to UK, go to anywhere, you can come out and protest peacefully and go to your house. Then you are trying to let the government to know that this is your pens. But if you cannot protest, how can the government know? So protest is allowed in the advanced country. It's only in Nigeria they block it.
In a related development, the reality of democracy is seen in inclusive governance, fairness and justice. However, some section of Nigerians sees it differently, since they feel the president is responsible in effecting the principles and practice of democracy. A reporter looks at what democracy is.
Nigeria acquired republican status in 1963. The first republic in Nigeria began in 1st October 1960, coming to an end on 15th January 1966. Upon inception, structures had been put in place late 50s to ensure Nigeria adopted the Westminster model of parliamentary democracy. Imagine ordering a package online but receiving something different. Many Nigerians feel same about democracy.
Democracy is there, it's not alive in Nigeria. The rules and regulation guiding democracy is not being practiced. That's the reason why I say so. There's no freedom of expression, no freedom of association. You are not free to do anything. So I don't think there's democracy. This is autocracy we are in.
What we have at the moment is merely a civilian rule. You can have a civilian rule where there are purportedly elections from time to time, right? But the type of government is authoritarianism, where there's no concern about those who voted them into power. There's no regard for the process or the rule of law. In fact, they are the law themselves. The southern governors, 17 of them, that's the highest level you can get, came together and they mentioned it. Lopsided appointment. The blind, the deaf, everybody can see it. Only one person has not seen it. That's Mr. President. And I don't know why he has not seen it, but it's so clear. And the whole trouble going on in this country at the moment, everything going on in this country at the moment is because of that one issue.
Moving on to the international scenes, Benjamin Netanyahu's 12 years grip on power has come to an abrupt end as nationalist Naftali Bennett emerged as the new Israeli Prime Minister. Mr. Bennett has been sworn in immediately on Sunday after winning a confidence vote with the narrowest of margins, just 60 votes to Netanyahu's 59. The new Prime Minister had joined hands with the leader of the centrist Yesh Atid party, Yair Lapid, to form a government that will oust Netanyahu. Shortly before the new government was sworn in, Netanyahu, 71, pledged he would soon return to power. He remains the head of the largest party in parliament and is expected to vigorously oppose the new government. Moving on to sports, Professional Football League Pillars against Aqua United ended goalless. Match between Kano Pillar and Aqua United abandoned on Sunday over France's invasion of the pitch has ended goalless on Monday. The standout game from the 10 matches played was the top of the table. The clash between second-place Kano Pillars and league leaders Aqua United. Controversy occurred in the 85th minute when Ngwanyama's goal was cancelled by the referee, leading to pitch encroachment by the home club's fans. Following a return to normalcy, the Aqua United team refused to return to the pitch, despite instructions from the match commissioner that the match continues. And on this note, we come to the end of Trust TV News Update. Join us on all of our social media handles for more news. I'm Aisha Salihu. Thanks for joining us.